You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us. Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday. We hope you guys are having a wonderful week here on Enjoyment Radio. It's your girl, Avida Rae, and I'm here with a special DJ guest, DJ Slim Scratch on the ones and twos, and of course, my lovely co-host, Paul Mensa Uncle.
Yeah, it's a Friday, and we're flying into the weekend. We're flying into the weekend in grand style, the Enjoyment Radio way. Welcome to Enjoyment Cafe. My name is Paul Mensa Uncle. You can follow me at Paul Mensa Uncle. Interesting stuff happening on social media. I'll let you guys in a bit later. But you know, we're praying. Today is 21st of October.
Oh my goodness, I already know what you're going to say.
Info from the Ghana Football Association is that we should prepare towards the Black Stars. We should fast on their behalf as they seek to do wonders at Qatar 2022. So that's it. I don't know if you're fasting, but for me, you know me already.
Everybody get your prayer mats and pray.
That's it.
All right, guys. So if you missed us yesterday, that was just a temporary little bit of a mishap. But we are back live and ready and direct. We have lots of programs for you. This evening, we have Enjoyment Drive. And of course, on the weekend, every Saturday, we have extra shows. So please stay locked in. You can reach us at enjoymentradio.live for all of our programs. You can reach us back at our YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram pages. So please be interactive, and we want to be there for you. You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us. Welcome to Enjoyment Cafe. If you're just tuning in, it's your girl Avida Rae. I have Paul Mensa Uncle on the ones and twos, and our guest DJ for today, DJ Slim Scratch. All right, y'all. So it's Friday. If you've been tuning in with us throughout the week, we have been playing your favorite Darko Vibes and Kelvin Boy songs for this week's Finish Line. So, Paul, who do you think is going to win?
I'm seeing the poll. It's a very tough one. Very tough. And let's see how it goes. Very close call.
Let's see what's going to happen with that. We also have some great entertainment and sports news for you guys coming up later on. And we're going to be discussing a little bit more after that. So, for today, let's just continue with our Friday motivational quote of the day. So today being Friday, we just want to make sure that you guys are going into your weekend very lively and keep yourself motivated and positive. So today's motivational quote goes, "Once you carry your own water, you'll remember every drop." Very simple. Once you carry your own water, you'll remember every drop. And I feel like that's a very straightforward statement because when you get things quickly, it leaves your hands quickly. Yeah. And we could talk, and that goes for anything.
Yeah, everything.
419, fraud, relationships, karma, work, everything. If you get it quickly, it'll slip out of your hands quickly.
Get it on a silver platter, easily.
It'll slip out of your hands quickly, or what will happen is when you do lose it,
you won't value it. You won't feel
you'll lose
pain.
it in a way where it end up being painful to you. Yeah. But when you have worked hard for something, or it didn't come easy, maybe it still came fast, but it was still your hard work. It doesn't have to be how quickly or how slowly you get it, but you still get something, but it was your hard work, your blood, sweat, and tears, or you know that you've waited until it's your turn to earn it. And I'm saying that because in relationships, in friendships, in workplaces, people almost you know what I'm saying? And people try to climb the ladder faster than they're supposed to. And unfortunately, when that happens to some people, you don't end up getting what you actually deserve. Yeah.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense when you carry your own water. I mean, you value it. If your own sweat, you get to value it a lot. And so
100%.
This applies to me, in fact, in terms of work, you know, you strive so hard to get a job. And yes, you want to guard it jealously. You want to guard it with everything. And so, hey.
You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us. All right, guys. So again, I know you guys just heard about Tropical Fiesta. We've been talking about it because time is going and December is coming. Yeah. So you do not want to miss it. All right, guys. So it's the Farmers Day long weekend. It is the way to kick off December in Ghana. So Farmers Day long weekend, which is December 3rd and 4th, that's 3 days and 2 nights, guys, away from it all. in Treasure Island in Ada. You can check in anytime from Saturday, December 3rd at 12 p.m. Check out anytime until Monday, December 5th at 2 p.m. That's 2 full days. We have lots of things for you guys. 7 parties, 10 DJs, many artists and hosts. That's all going to be at Tropical Fiestas, okay, guys? So we have day 1, the Island Vibes Day Party and Barbecue, the Tropical Traffic Light and Rave, and the Mass Pajama Party. So for day 2, we have the Tropical Pool Rave, Tropical Fiesta Invasion, and the Oasis All-White Party. There's plenty of things to do on your time with your friends and whoever you come with. There's jet skis, boat rides, horse and donkey rides, water slides, and there's also pools and private jacuzzis. So in regards to tickets, you can go in person, you can go online. In person for 350 cities and 600 cities for the 2 days, go to YFM at Accra Mall, Oasis Lounge, Hair Duties Osu, All Vida Cafe locations, Nalam Clothing, Fillings, East Legon, 12 Saints Merch Store and Casablanca Men's Lounge, Frosty Moon Ice Cream Parlor, and those two are also in West Legon. And of course, you can go to tropicalfiesta.com for all of your stay and ball packages. All right, guys, this event is going to be on and popping. You don't want to miss it.
That's right.
It is going to be powered by Livewire Events and us at Enjoyment Radio. All of your favorite DJs and presenters will be there. We want to meet you guys, want to be interactive with you guys. Yeah. So please hit us up at all times. Paul keeps reminding people about accommodation.
Yeah,
That's not a joke. Unless you know you're coming for one day.
Yeah.
But people get their ticket and then think they're set and forget about everything else. People will even get their outfits and then be stranded, thinking that they can just go get someplace, you know? So, Paul, what do we have today for entertainment and news? A lot is happening.
I mean, there's a lot happening. Kuami Eugene is trending. Prince David Osei is in the news. Ayat, Kirani, and you know the saga he had earlier on with the Ghana Tourism Authority is being solved. But first, organizers of Tidal Rave have put out a statement. You see, yes, some form of a statement saying that next year the program will be safer. You know, it'll be more safe, and so people should be comfortable coming around next year. So,
listen, yeah. I was doing a segment for another show last night, and I didn't know they were going to talk about Tidal Rave, and they started to talk about it, and I just happened to scroll past the post, and I'm sorry. That apology, it just wasn't working for me.
Because we're looking for something. I mean, a proper press statement. You know how
I'm not saying that like they should go on like publicly and take responsibility or whatever. At the end of the day, whether you guys take responsibility or not, we're blaming you. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. But it's just the way they said it so nonchalant. Like I think their last words were. We will. This is what they said that I didn't like. We will talk to the security team to ensure it doesn't happen. But the security work for you. So what are you gonna do to ensure that doesn't happen? Because they can only go off of your direction, and I don't even think it's a discussion with the security team. I think they need more security because people felt unsafe
and more intelligence. Security has gone beyond muscles, intelligence anyway. But the point is, I mean, global citizen. They're giving us a certain standard to learn from, and so
of course,
yes, in terms of ticketing and you know security, the kind of people who come for the shows
security,
and all
but now we know. Location is very important because even someone saying yesterday that they had a bridge that was made just for this, and it was broken. So people fell in the water.
People's wigs being taken away. Wig.
Why does it have to be the wigs? Why can't it be anything else? Why do you have to talk about the wigs?
That's like people are buying wigs for 2,000, 3,000 cities. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, interesting. So I mean, Tidal Rave, the organizers, they are saying that next year they're going to do better for us. And you know, tweets from Kuami Eugene early on this week. Issues as to whether he's still with Links and all that. Now, we can confirm here that he has signed some form of a distribution deal with Empire. And so the musician announced on Twitter that he'll be, I mean, his new family is what?
Empire, specifically Empire Africa.
Yes. And so the Accra-based high life singer will be represented by Empire worldwide and Empire Africa, and subsequent songs he will be released via the label. And so just like how I believe Kiddy also has a similar deal with the same brand. So big ups to Kuami Eugene. Elsewhere, Prince David Osei is in the news again. You know, a couple of years ago, he with other people, I mean, I remember Calibos and a few other celebrities were campaigning for the new patriotic party, and now he has come out to say that, look, let's all rally behind, and then things are hard. He's saying that things are hard, basically. But here's what he tweeted. You know, previously he said something and people are roasting him on social media. Now he has come out to say that, look, can we all put aside politics and humble ourselves and seek help from whoever has the ideas or in-depth knowledge on how to stop the further depreciation of our currency and stabilize our economy, because at this point it's all inclusive. End of tweet or end of quote. Bloomberg earlier reported that the Ghanaian cedi is the worst performing cedi against the dollar, surpassing Sri Lanka's rupee. And so yes, that's where we are right now in Prince David Osei. Despite the fact that he campaigned for the MPP, it's looking like he's on the other side now, and then people are saying, look, you were part of the MPP, you enjoyed selling goodies, and now what do you think?
I mean, it's hard when you're in the limelight, whether you're a celebrity or you're a politician. They have to remember, especially because of social media now, whatever you say will come back against you, which I'm sure Prince David Osei knows the territory. He's aware. I do like the fact that he addressed it. People are gonna even if he addressed it and he seemed to be on MPP side, someone will still have something to say. So we can ignore that part. But he is right. We do need to look at the whole thing as a whole and look at what resources we can use, whether it's outside of Ghana or within Ghana, to try to fix the problem. And people have to realize that fixing the problem is not going to happen in one day, right? It's not going to happen even, God forbid, but it may not even happen by the time his Akufo-Addo's term is done, right? But at the end of the day, we have to work towards something, because it seems like a lot of people feel, a lot of people feel like the government is being, not biased, but the government's being kind of stubborn to get the resources that they need. But no one knows what's going on behind closed doors, good or bad, right? But you have to say something to show us as citizens that you're at least trying to address it or fix it, because it's becoming worrisome. And I find that countries in general, when other countries or other bigger platforms start to talk about your country, you get more scared. So the fact that Bloomberg actually said this, it's scary.
On the BBC.
It'll scare them even more, right? So now they're like, oh, wow, everyone knows now. What are you guys doing about this? How can we work together to figure out something, right?
They don't have to listen to everybody now.
Because it's not just the Ghanaian media pushing an agenda that our city is going down. But the headlines out there.
There's another headline I saw, I think this morning, I have to find it and I'll even tag you in it, but it was a gentleman, he's not Ghanaian. I think he's European, maybe Swedish or something, but he said the signs were there that the city was going to go down this year, but we didn't see it. I have to find the quote and find it. And I was just kind of like, people are watching. You know, people are watching. People
they don't give it a blind eye.
I know, right?
That's the thing.
So Prince David Osei, for you, I mean, I get what Avida is saying. Let's forget the messenger and listen to the message.
Yes.
It's all inclusive.
You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us.
Right. So a couple of weeks ago, issues regarding copyright. Copyright became the headline across our platforms, all our platforms. And, it had to do with Ayat Kirani and the Ghana Tourism Authority. And on Wednesday, Ayat tweeted that, suggesting that they are reaching an agreement, because what happened basically was that the Ghana Tourism Authority used content of Ayat Kirani, the Gouda video, and he called for the GTA to actually sort him out. And then now Ayat is tweeting saying that, "Good morning, everyone. I've reached an agreement with the GTA. I'll soon issue a statement. Thank you." And so he's saying basically here that there's some level of agreement coming up. And so, because issues of copyright,
That's good.
And the backstory is that Ayat actually sent the Gouda video to the GTA, the Ghana Tourism Authority, a couple of years ago, that look, this is a nice video projecting the tourism in the northern sector, and so let's use it to promote tourism. And according to Ayat, he didn't get any response. Now fast forward to this year, he has seen the video with the president on it and talking about it. And so now at least it's a good thing that there's some form of agreement happening. In sports, in boxing, Tyson Fury has ruled out fighting Anthony Joshua at any point in the future, but we're counting down to the World Cup, Qatar 2022, 30 days more, and some confirmation coming through that coach Otto Addo will be leaving his role as the Black Stars coach after the World Cup. And he said, "I think as a national coach, you should also live in the country. You should also live in the country you work for in the long term."
Okay.
And but I see myself personally in Germany in the next few years. End of quote. And Otto Addo works with Borussia Dortmund in Germany. Yes. And it was an issue from the beginning. People were thinking that how is he going to do it? I mean, working with Dortmund and Ghana at the same time, but he's doing it quite well so far. And the good thing is there are a few people lined up to take over, like Chris Hughton and then or George Boateng. So they are in there.
So
like
out of
that.
the two, who do you think?
I think both of them can still be there. One will be assistant and one will be the main
coach.
And,
okay.
and they're good to go like that. So let's see how it goes. But matches across Europe this weekend, specifically England, the EPL, big matches for investors. Nottingham Forest will be playing Liverpool. Liverpool, they're doing quite well so far, coming on the back of their win against Man City. Everton will be at home. They'll welcome Crystal Palace. Man City at the Etihad will welcome Brighton. And Chelsea will be at home against Man United at the Bridge. Big game for you this weekend. So to wrap up the brief, that's it. So if you're doing some investment, you can look at these games. And not just this one, but the ones across in Spain, Italy, Germany, France. So that's it by way of the brief this morning.
You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us.
All right, guys. So we just had the entertainment and news brief for you guys. And we had that motivational quote for you guys. We want to know about any birthdays, guys. Don't feel shy. We want to embarrass you. Yeah. Any friends or family that you guys want to shout out, please hit us up on our social media pages and we'll do that for you. Okay, guys? So this month is October is mainly Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's also Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. So guys, every single Thursday, we're going to be doing a Healthy Moment segment with you guys. Yeah. However, we were not here yesterday and we will not be here next Thursday. So for the next 2 weeks, we'll be doing it on a Friday, guys. Yeah. Okay, so Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I'm sure people have been seeing it in the news. There's many signs everywhere, restaurants, medical places,
pink
pharmacies, pink everywhere. Yeah. Please, guys, this is not a female-related issue. And men don't know that. Yeah. I feel in the society that we're in, where obviously with money you have to go to the doctor and things like that, if financial issues are a thing for you, go online, find out from a nurse, a midwife, or your doctor, because there's ways that you can check yourself. And even if you check and you find something, don't panic. You're supposed to monitor it, because our bodies change all the time, especially with women. You'll have breast changes when you're on your period compared to when you're not. So there are different videos and vlogs and little tutorials online that show you how to check, where to check, what to do and not to do. I know there's been certain sexual education videos to show you what your partner should and should not do when you are being intimate and being aroused, like don't tug too hard and things like that. All of these things go hand in hand with breast cancer awareness. Listen, honestly, the posts I've been seeing, I thought were very good, but then the comments, some people are like, hey, then I've been making my girl suffer. And some people are just doing some things. And I was like,
need education on this.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so just for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, just some statistics. So basically, in 2022, it has been estimated, the year's not done yet, but it's been estimated that 43,250 women and 530 men. Men is smaller, obviously, because women, we do a lot more with our breasts. But there's still a number for men. So 43,250 women and 530 men will die of breast cancer. These are worldwide statistics, by the way. Wow. This is not just for Ghana or Africa. So that's big. But in 2020, there were 684,996 deaths from breast cancer globally. That's putting aside all the people in 2020 that died from COVID or heart attack or anything else or any other types of cancer. So those numbers are fairly high. And I know from a female aspect, when they catch it, and maybe it's stage 1 or stage 2, with chemotherapy or certain treatments, you can just there's elective surgeries that can be done where they would remove your breast tissue. But once that breast tissue is removed, you're on the safer avenue. Sometimes people get it comes back and they go into remission. But there's safety nets around this. Cancer does not mean that it's the end. It's how quickly you detect the cancer that is what makes the difference, which is why when it's October they really try to train the general public on how to scan or how to check it themselves. That's the important part, because once you see something 1 time or 2 times you'll be okay, but if 6 months later it's still there, or if you experience pain, apparently some people even experience like a discharge out of their nipple, any of those things that you see, please do not be afraid. Don't try home remedies.
When I hear surgery,
I know anything with a knife is just too too much. So it's very, very, very important. Okay, guys.
You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us.
So pregnancy and infant loss awareness month is to provide people with the proper knowledge on what happens with a woman when she's pregnant. Because people think people think miscarriage and think it's just first trimester, which is like the first 13 weeks of pregnancy. Okay. It's not. In second trimester, there's something called early labor, where the person's water can break, they can get contractions, and they'll go into labor, have the child. The child is alive, but unfortunately, due to how early they had the child, the doctors will kind of call it by ear and let you know, okay, this child is not going to live. Sometimes people will even have their child within 5 minutes, the child dies because it was not like the child was not supposed to come out yet. The lungs are not fully developed, the brain's not fully developed, and sometimes they'll even let you know based on how small or young your child is. If we go and put them in an incubator, put all these tubes in them and stuff like that and put them with steroids, it's going to be too much for them. So there's different things that can happen. In the third trimester, you can go into early labor, but there is a higher chance of the child surviving. That's what we call a premature baby. Babies, where they'll stay in the hospital for a longer amount of time. However, for some people, they go to the hospital, they're about to give birth, their child was kicking and everything was fine, and then when the child is born not breathing. That's what we call stillborn. So there's different levels of pregnancy, but the reason why they call it pregnancy and infant loss month is that in the first year, especially the first 3 months, lots of things happen. There's something called SIDS, SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. You've breastfed your child, everything is fine, the child is sleeping in the crib, and the child just dies. It happens. The child just dies. This is not any witchcraft any witchcraft or spiritual thing. It's called SIDS. They have different various things around it. Right. Okay. I know there's different factors. So they'll even tell you when you're released from the hospital, check for yellowing of the eyes. Okay. Yellowing of the eyes in the first 7 days could be an indication of something that we call jaundice. No matter how dark we are, when you give birth, everyone, like most people's children are light skinned because they get their pigment later. So they always tell you in the first 72 hours of the child's life, check for the skin. Look to see if the skin will be lightening. For example, my nephew, I think he was born, let's just say he was born on the 20th. It was like 2 days later, we were just watching him. He was fine, eating fine and everything, but we noticed the white part of his eye started to get very yellow. My sister quickly took him to the hospital. They put him in a machine. They put like these blue and purple lights on him, monitor him. He was fine like this. Jaundice is something that's very, very common, but just because it's common, it doesn't mean that you're not supposed to have it not detected. You have to treat it. You take your child back to the hospital, okay? So we are honoring everyone that has been a victim of breast cancer, whether it's your mom, your auntie, your sister, a best friend of yours, a godmother, but also for the moms and dads who have lost a child, whether it's in pregnancy or after when the child is born. This is what we want to say to you. So this is just a quote that I found online that a lot of people use in regards to honoring Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. So we remember the babies born sleeping, those we carried but never held, those we held but did not take home, those who came home but could not stay, which is what I was telling you guys. So those that were born, so those that were born sleeping, that's stillborn. Those who were carried but never held. So we carried, the person carried the pregnancy, got to the hospital, but right away the baby died. They lost the child. Those we held but could not take home. They held the child, but through observation or things like that, they couldn't take the baby home. But that also goes for people that get released from the hospital and they have to leave their child in the hospital for weeks or months because they're in the incubator. So very, very important to bring awareness to Pregnancy and Infant Loss Month. There is a negative stigma that goes around with miscarriage, and people think it's many things like witchcraft. She was wearing heels too much. She did this too much. She was working too much. There's various things around it. She was
dressing well too much.
Yeah, she was dressing well too much. Nobody was helping her to tie her shoelaces. Just all these things. She was
on social media too much. Photo shoot was too much.
The photo shoot was too much. And don't get me wrong, there's many different underlying subliminal factors. But when someone loses a child, whether they got to see the child with their two eyes or they just felt the child, it needs to be acknowledged. And the reason why I'm saying men and women is because, yes, as women, we carry the children, but the men, the ones that are in their children's lives, are part of that process as well. And that doesn't get acknowledged. So it's very, very important. So this month, again, guys, was Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So for Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, the colors are blue and pink, obviously to signify the two genders, right? So, and then for breast cancer, it is just pink. All right, guys.
You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us.
All right, guys. So the big issue for today is more of a question, not an issue. We want to hear from you guys. There's no right or wrong answer with this, so please don't be shy. If you haven't commented already, please feel free to comment. So the big issue is, what is the most expensive thing you've bought this year? So once again, what is the most expensive thing you bought this year? All right, so the big issue for today being Friday, what is the most expensive thing you have bought this year? So before I go over to the Twitter comments, Paul, what's the most expensive thing you bought?
This year is been some ways, man. The year has been so unpredictable, like you can't tell. But this year, I think I've not bought anything big so far. But one thing that is really, really draining me is cost of transportation.
Okay.
Yes, that's really, really it for me. It keeps going up and up, and if I should put together what I've spent on transport from January to now, I can't. No.
I want you to dig deeper, because it doesn't have to be a big item. Just think of what you've bought. What's the most expensive thing that you spent money on? Like, and it's one item, like one thing.
Should I say airtime? I bought champagne for somebody on the birthday, and let's
how much?
Let's not go there.
Give an average.
You know now the what's it called? Is it GRA people?
Yeah,
they are now everywhere. So anything. Have you noticed? Anywhere you go, all the shopping malls, I'm telling you. So that's how come I learned they've closed a few of the, Chinatown, all that, China Mall and all that.
China Mall, they closed it.
Yeah, GTA issues, GRA issues. So yes, I remember, but it was a big. The price was some 150 there about.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting it, because I was thinking I'll be able to buy like 2 or 3, but I couldn't. I only bought one.
Hey, scratch. She said 2 or 3.
But but honestly,
my birthday has already passed. But you can come and give me my past present
next year. But the pressure right now is transportation. The cost of transport, is it keeps going up and up like that. And I don't know. We should just find. People are suggesting that probably people should work from home, because COVID taught us a lot. I mean, if your work can allow you to work from home and still receive.
The thing is, with Ghana, I think it could work, but the issue that everyone's afraid of is the data issue, the connectivity issue.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even in places where the networks and telecommunication is good, there's still always glitches, much less even here in Ghana, right? Yeah. And then the whole question is, okay, is your employer actually going to invest in you to buy that data for you?
And for you to stay home. Because we spend a lot of time in traffic, sometimes not even at work. Exactly. So if you calculate it in the morning and in the evening, you spend more time on the road than even at work, and the money too. So that has been it for me. I mean, transport, data issues, and all
champagne. All right, Scratch. What about you?
But I think it should be my Ray-Bans.
Okay.
Ray-Ban.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
and that's a good purchase. It's an investment in himself, so I like that.
$150.
Whoa.
So do the math.
Whoa.
Wait. But when did you buy it? Because right now it's 1 to 12. Before it was 1 to 10. Wow. But regardless, that's still a big purchase. So
nice one.
In March, so
nice.
I've been thinking about this, and I don't know what my answer is, because you want to know why?
There's a lot,
because I was doing what Paul was doing. Okay. I was thinking about how much I spend on data and credit and transportation, and I couldn't figure out any all the small purchases. I feel like they're all in the same price range, because November is coming. November, I have like
things
three friends, a cousin, and 3 godkids their birthdays, and then December is Christmas. I feel like if this question was asked at the end of the year, I'll be able to give you guys an answer, and it probably would have just been like the answer would have been a gift or anything, but Charlie, the transportation. The transportation.
And it's hitting everybody. I mean,
calculating in their spending.
Yeah.
You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us.
Okay, guys, so most of these answers are from some people from our Enjoyment Radio team. So one person said, I bought Gobe, 7 cities, and it's still no reach me.
True, Gobe is going up too,
Listen, I understand what he's saying, but I talked to you guys the other day about my mangoes.
Yeah, mango.
My mangoes that were 18 cities, so...
It went up.
I don't feel bad for anybody now.
It keeps going up.
Because I know how I felt.
It keeps going up.
Another person said, at Prime Gambino, said Ghana card.
Hey.
No. Say,
Okay,
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
I mean, being in queue and all that, right?
No, he's talking about the actual money, because they're not supposed to be taking money, and they took money.
Okay, Ghana card, yeah.
I know someone that told me 250,
200 and all that.
Another person said 275, and then one guy said, if you want in 24 hours, 550.
So I think in Ghana, anything that comes in.
Wow.
Right. DJ Gifted, our very own, says, Ghana make hard. I know should I buy anything this year. But the most expensive thing I bought is data. See what I mean? Like, it's just, it's crazy. So let's go to one more Twitter answer at BamNation6 and iPhone X. Hey, I'm on phone. You've done well to buy phone in this time. You've done well because my phone is doing checkers. I was telling you one time, I'm like, I'm waiting for my phone to die. Before, gone are the days where you get a scratch and you're like, oh, I'm going to buy a new phone case. Oh, I'm going to change my phone. No, we're not doing that. It's okay. I'm working hard. The phone should also work hard. When the phone dies, I'll buy my new phone.
You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us.
For this day in Ghana music history, 21st October 2017. Shatawale, yes, Charles Nyama Mensah.
This guy has gotten many mentions from us this week.
I know, right? Shatawale was adjudged the best dancehall artist at the 3rd edition of the African Entertainment Awards in the USA. So this award is basically aimed at showcasing the African culture and recognizing people who are doing well positively in society. So Shatawale, on this day in music history, 21st October 2017, he got this award at the US. So big shouts to the man. We're waiting, still waiting for the GOG album. Let's see what's in there. And big shouts to Shatawale. Yeah, that's it.
You are tuning into Enjoyment Radio, music for us, by us.
All right. We are back with our finish line. That was Darko Vibes featuring Kelvin Boy. All right, guys. So the winner, 55.6% is Darko Vibes.
Darko.
All right.
Congrats, Darko Vibes on winning Finish Line this week. And yes, it's on Twitter. So the poll is there.
On Monday and Tuesday, it looked like it was going to be Kelvin Boy. I don't remember what Wednesday and Yeshe was saying, but so today it is Darko Vibes. So congrats, Darko Vibes. We appreciate you very much.
That's
all right.
right.
So for birthdays today, who do we have?
Today's the birthday of Amber Rose. Model, TV personality, actress. She's all over the place, you know. She was born 21st October 1983. Also the birthday of Kim Kardashian. I saw a viral video somewhere, a video on Instagram. A kid was asking somebody what Kim does for a living. And the person couldn't give an answer. What does she do for a living? And there was like nothing. So
I find it very ironic that both their birthdays are the same day. They used to be friends. They've had the same partners. So interesting.
Came through the
same channel. You're right.
That channel.
You're right. So happy birthday to them.
So Kim Kardashian, she was born 21st October 1980. She's 42 years old today. Oof. So that's it. Famous birthdays for today. We're flying into the weekend.
All right.
Guys, stay safe out there. Stay safe. But make sure some element of enjoyment is in your lineup.
Needs to be in your day. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking and preparing for December, Tropical Fiesta tickets are available. Please do not forget about that as well.
That's right. That's the place to be this December. We're going to Adan Treasure Island. So this December, join us. Let's party. You can follow me personally on social media at Paul Mensah Anku across all social media platforms. So it's a wrap, guys.
All right, guys. We want to say thank you to our lovely guest DJ Slim Scratch on the ones and twos. You can hit him up at Slim_Scratch with a K, not a C, on all social media platforms. I'm also available at Avida Rae on all social media platforms. And please stay tuned for later on. Enjoyment Drive is coming up, and tomorrow, Saturday. So we have the lovely team from Extra.
The troublemakers.
The troublemakers. But we love them. So we want to just shout out everybody. It is 12:56 on Enjoyment Cafe. We love to hear from you guys. Be safe this weekend, and we'll see you on Monday, loading out with a tune from Darko Vibes.
Yep.